with us on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. Amid the contractors' death row in Karnataka, now the seers of reputed mutts have started accusing the government of Karnataka of corruption. In the latest, Senior Pontiff Dingaleshwar Swamiji of Bagalkot has accused the Bommai government of corruption. He says that the corruption in the state has reached such a level where even the grant allotted for mutts required a 30% commission to be given before their release. Let's first listen in to what exactly he said.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಅನುದಾನ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 30% ಕಟ್ ಆದ ಮೇಲೆನೇ ಅದು ಕಟ್ಟಡ ಚಲುವಾಕೈತೆ, ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಮಠದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ.
Now, the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai has said that the allegations leveled by Swamiji will be considered very seriously. Listen in.
He's a great Swamiji with very big track record. The entire state knows. So I only request His Holiness to give the entire proof who has paid, for what purpose he has paid and whom he has paid. We will certainly inquire and go to the depth of it. We consider his allegation very seriously.
Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar, meanwhile, has made a scathing attack on Bommai government in Karnataka. Reacting to the allegations leveled by the seer, D.K. Shivkumar said that in the guise of protecting the religion, the BJP government is indulging in corrupt practices. Remember, the Karnataka government is already facing charges of collecting commission from Contractors Association, and State Minister Ishwarappa was forced to resign after graft allegations in government contracts. So tonight, I want to ask, is there merit in the allegations now freshly that have been made against Karnataka government? Will the corruption allegations be probed and probed in a transparent manner? Let's go across to my guests who are joining us on the broadcast this evening. We have Mohan Krishna, leader of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Rahul Ishwar, who is an activist, also live with us this evening. Rajesh Kalappa, spokesperson of the Congress party. We are also joined by Anil Kumar Tadkal, who is a Lingayat leader. Appreciate all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. Anil Kumar Tadkal, I want to begin the discussion with you. Can you explain to us what exactly is the charge here of the seers? Because till about a few days ago, we were talking about 40% commission issue in Karnataka government. Now there is a 30% commission issue that has come up.
See, this is a very serious allegation which is made by the Swamiji, and it is being heard across the state in all the sectors, in all the departments, in all the levels. See, this has become a big debatable and discussion subject. Today, I really appreciate the Swamiji who has come outrage, and he's been having that, courage to tell the fact. Normally, Swamis doesn't come into the limelight when it comes to the matter of these kind of issues. But I really appreciate he has come out and he is discussing about this. And this is some of the very serious allegations which has been made by him. At the same time, the BJP party has to really look back at the level of using the Lingayats for their vote banks. And when it comes to the matter of giving the grant, if this is the allegation which is being made by the Swami as a very serious offense, then all the Lingayats have to really think about voting them in the coming days.
Mr. Mohan Krishna, how will you like to respond? Now there is another corruption charge that your government in the state of Karnataka is facing.
Good evening, Heena. Thank you very much, Anil. You have given a very beautiful description as how the people have to vote for Congress now. The Lingayats, you are expecting that. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you on your show, Heena, that it is a serious allegation made by the seer, and Honorable CM also has spoken to him, and our Lingayat Board Chairman, Mr. Paramshivaya, will be reaching the seer's mutt tomorrow morning, and he will be speaking to him. I would like to quickly revert to Mr. Anil Kumar, who has given such a very big description. Mr. Anil Kumar, don't dream of certain things which is not going to happen. And all these days, I have seen you where you were, and today you have become a Lingayat leader. That is what it is proclaimed in this show today.
You're not answering my direct question, Mr. Mohan Krishna. How will you like to respond to this commission charge?
The commission charge, I'm coming to that only now. See, it's very unfortunate that some officers might have been involved. It's a serious allegation, and this allegation has been taken seriously, and a serious inquiry will be done, and whoever is the culprit here will be punished. There is no doubt. We are not going to compromise on any corruption issue, whether it is 30% or 40%, whatever they are claiming in Karnataka by Congress, which is a false allegations what they are making. Already I have proved it on your channel also. The letter what they have written, the Contractors Association letter, as well as the Santosh Patil letter also, I have showed it to you. And you know the truth today. But let the allegations come. We will face it in a very right spirit, and we will come out clean, and we will show it to the people of Karnataka what BJP can do.
Okay. Brijesh Kalappa, you know, as far as 40% commission charge is concerned, according to Mr. Mohan Krishna, that's a false allegation. But today we are talking about 30% commission charge. And again, the answer is standard. Some officers might have been involved. We will ensure investigation happens and those who are responsible will be punished. But the reality is that there is something that's going on that needs to be investigated.
Not just investigated and punished, Heena. Not just the fact that, you know, if a person like Mr. Ishwarappa can merely get away with just resigning and not being arrested, not being punished, then it sends a signal down the line. So naturally, when a person like Ishwarappa, who has openly claimed 40% and caused the death of a contractor who is not a congressman or anything, he's a secretary of the Hindu Vahini. So therefore, it's the workforce of the BJP itself which is being killed in this fashion. Now a Swamiji, a leading Swamiji, a most respected seer, has come outside to say that, look, for any grant which the government gives us, there is a 30% cut which is being sought. And also, in fact, there are newspapers which cover another fact, and that is that Goshalas, the areas where the stray cattle are left, there for any grant to them, 40% is being sought. So, the BJP spokesperson will, plainly refute all of them and say, no, they're all Congress inspired. But why does somebody kill himself, Heena? If it's a Congress inspired, kind of charge, why does somebody kill himself? Why does a respected seer the Bagalkot seer now today speak like this? Why do the Goshala keepers speak like this? So, you know, there is something which is essentially very nasty and dirty and smelling very bad. But the BJP obviously is so arrogant that they refuse to acknowledge it. So this kind of arrogance is always, as you know, detrimental to a political
party. For 30 seconds or 1 minute, please.
This kind of arrogance is going to cause the BJP.
30 seconds or 1 minute, please,
See, he doesn't even allow me to complete the point, Heena.
Okay.
So I'm saying that this kind
point, which is of no use.
Let him finish the point, Mohan Krishna. I'll give you time to respond.
Yeah, so I will respond to him very quickly.
He made a personal charge.
Let him finish.
I have sent the letter, Santosh Patil letter. These people, they don't have even a courtesy to see the letter.
1 second, let him finish. Let him finish what he was saying, Mr. Mohan Krishna. I'll give you time to respond. Yes, Mr. Kalappa, quickly finish your point.
See, he made an extremely personal remark against the other gentleman, and now he wants to take me on. So this kind of arrogance, Heena, at some point, at some stage, I think is going to be called out. And this kind of arrogance will be punished by the people of Karnataka in a most severe fashion. First of all, you don't accept that, you know, such serious charges which are being levied against your government, and they all appear prima facie true. and then you say, no, these are all
Right.
motivated, these are all, inspired and so on and so forth. And this kind of, lackadaisical treatment of these charges, I think is something
Right.
which is going to hurt the BJP very strongly.
May I just come
Okay.
in for 30 seconds?
Brajesh
Heena?
Kalapa, you've made your point. I'll come to Rahul Ishwar in just a bit, but before that, Mohan Krishna wants to respond. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Brajesh Kalapa, I don't have any personal thing against any of you. When you are talking, you should talk truth. You are a lawyer, Supreme Court lawyer. You have represented Karnataka and taken very huge bills for Kaveri issue. We know that. People know. Don't fool people here in Karnataka. We know everything about you, what you have done. Fine. Let me come to the point. What you are talking about.
Is that what you want to say, Mr. Mohan Krishna? Because we are not discussing that. We are discussing the corruption charge that your government is facing. Is that what you want to say?
I mean to say, Congress in Karnataka.
I am not going to appreciate personal comments on my show, please. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Even I don't like to. Let me tell you, on the record, I have sent a copy of the letter to all the national channels also. Santosh Patil's letter. There is no evidence of Ishwarappa being accused of 40% there. Santosh Patil has requested the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, as well as Giriraj Singh, that to award the contract to him, work order, and release the payment. And he says that I have taken money on interest. On whose words he has taken, on whose words he has done it,
that is
nobody
fine,
knows.
Mr. Mohan Krishna. Now we have moved to the other issue. Now it is a 30% commission issue that we are talking about.
Absolutely.
The charge that your government faces today and a statement that has come from a seer. How
That's
will you
what I
like
have
to
told you.
respond?
I have told you already. Honorable CM also said it's a serious allegation made by the seer. He is we respect him a lot. We have taken that seriously. Government has taken that seriously. I told you our Lingayat board chairman Param Shivaya is going to meet the seer tomorrow. And if anything, any proof or anything is, if he is going to hand over or whatever he says that he has, if the
Right.
truth is there, certainly guilty will be punished. Take it from me. They will not be spared.
Okay.
They will not be spared.
Okay.
Coming
Rahul
to
Ishwar, how will you
just
like to
one point.
respond?
Just one point, Heena. Just one point.
Mr.
Congress
Mohan
has
Krishna,
to
you've
stop
made your
talking
point. Now
about
you're repeating
Ishwarappa
yourself.
and
Let
40%.
others also respond. Rahul Ishwar, first
Just two submissions,
40%. In the Congress's time, we heard Prime Minister Modi saying 10% and now 30% commission. What's happening in the state of Karnataka and the government there?
2 points. One, corruption is cancer to the society. Whether A or B or C does corruption, it is not the problem. Corruption should be rooted out. And a very senior, respected seer like Dingaleshwar Swami is pointing out such a thing. I hope government should take it seriously. But as an activist, I'm happy with the response of the Honorable Chief Minister. Honorable Chief Minister was not dismissive. He was very serious. He said, we are taking this complaint seriously. See, don't we think that is the attitude a Chief Minister should have? Whether he belongs to A party or B party, a Chief Minister acknowledging the problem, saying the seer is right, not dismissing, saying that he has some kind of personal favoritism. Rather, the Chief Minister went on record to say, we respect him a lot. A person like him is raising the allegation. We are going to take action. Is it not the responsive government that we all would like to see in any state, whether it be BJP or Congress? So I believe there is a serious issue, that government is serious. From the seriousness, body language, the position of the Honorable Chief Minister and the Honorable representation of BJP member, we assume that they are serious and they are tackling it. Now, corruption is a problem that is beyond politics, and we need to address it not for politics, not for getting votes for A, B or C. Because corruption is a deep-rooted systemic problem we all should fight against. And I hope government will take it in that seriousness. And a seer like that, when he says, it is beyond politics too, because he is a seer who belongs to the entire community of the entire society. So the seer is facing a serious issue on behalf of the entire society. The CM, the representative of the government, is taking it seriously. Please give it time. Let us see how it takes forward. This is how democracy works. When complaint comes, they take it seriously. They go to the root of the complaint. They try to solve it. Is this not how democracy should work and a responsive government?
Rahul Ishwar, it started, like I said, with 10% commission charge, then 40% commission charge, now 30% commission charge. If we'll give it more time, we'll get more percentages tumbling out from
media
other
should raise it.
parts of
Media should
Karnataka.
raise it.
For how
No,
long do
media
we have
should
to
raise
really
it, and
wait?
we
For
should
how
fight.
long the people of Karnataka have to really wait?
No, media should raise it. Media is doing a commendable job because media always should have an adversarial role to government, whichever government they are. Then only any government will be more vigilant. Media raising it is very right. But please see the response of the Honorable Chief Minister as an activist who has fought corruption cases. I was very happy that the Chief Minister is giving a positive response, a respectful response. Usually there are many ministers who will outrightly dismiss, saying that they are having their own bipartisan issue. But the Honorable Chief Minister accepting, respecting and acting on it is a step in the right direction, and we should encourage that.
Heena, just 10 seconds.
Okay.
Just 10
Anil
seconds.
Kumar,
I will not
we
take much
heard
time.
Anil Kumar. 1 second, Mr. Mohan Krishna. Anil Kumar, Mr. Mohan Krishna, 1 second. Anil Kumar, the point is that, when we got to know about the alleged suicide of Santosh Patil and the 40% commission charge against Karnataka government, that time also we heard from the Chief Minister that, there is going to be a transparent investigation. Now there's another commission charge that the Karnataka government is facing. The question is, will the government take action against its own people? Is there will to do that? Will we ever be able to weed out corruption if it is so deep-rooted in the government of Karnataka? Or do you think an independent or a judicial probe is something on the issue of corruption is the need of the hour?
See, I would like to mention to Mr. Mohan Krishna, he was trying to tell me that, what actually the voters has to do and, what I was mentioning to. But my whole contradicting statement, which I was making, was not to point out to some person or to some party. It was my statement when I told you that it was a statement which was done by Amat Shri, which he openly said in the public platform. Quoting that this government is not even letting mutts which are coming as a grant as an amount which is coming for the mutt also being as a cut of 30%. So what is the kind of a problem that a general public is facing? If you look at the overall statement which was made by the mutt Swami, he says if this is the problem to us, what is the general point? General people are suffering a lot. That is the point which I was mentioning to. I think Mr. Mohan Krishna actually understood me wrong. Point number one. Point number two, when it comes to the one minute, Mr. Mohan Krishna. And when it comes to the matter of Mr. Santosh Patil who died, he is also Veerashaiva Lingayat. We also as a community, I have a pain when it comes to his personal matter too. It is not that he's from my community, irrespective of a human being. At the same time, if he belongs to my community, as a community person, I feel hurted. Why this is happening when normally BJP comes to the power, they come with the majority vote, and at the same time, majority of the people are getting elected from that community. I have a pain for that particular point.
Anil is deviating the subject.
It is not deviating. No, Mr. Mohan. It is not deviating. I'm coming to the point. At the same point, today if you're raising your voice, it does not mean that I'm deviating. If you're raising your voice,
quickly finish your point, Anil Kumar. Quickly finish your point.
Many of the people today have been alleging this government on the PSI recruitment. Once again, there are many people from our community who are being actually written the examination. Close to about 210 crore scam has happened. And at the 2020 notification was issued, Mr. Bommai, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai.
That's the reason why I asked Mr. Mohan Krishna, how will you tell the people of Karnataka that your government is indeed going to carry out an independent investigation and will take action against those within the government who are responsible because of whom you are actually facing this commission charge? Mohan Krishna, then Vijesh Kalamba.
First I'll answer to your question. There is no point. We are not going to compromise on corruption issues, first of all. Whether it is our people or our officials, government, we are running the government of the day. We know our responsibility well, and we are capable of taking care of such things. And I will assure you that an independent inquiry, if required, will be done. And Honorable CM is very pragmatic and very prudent also. He thinks in a very right spirit. He takes it in a right spirit. And people of justice will be given to the people of Karnataka. That much I can say. Coming to the point of arrogance of what Mr. Brijesh Kalapa was saying.
Brijesh Kalapa wants to
what
comment.
are you saying, Mr. Brijesh Kalapa? We are arrogant. We are accepting the issue, and we are responding properly and very progressively. And you are saying we are arrogant. You are Siddaramaiah. Always when Hublo wants issue happened,
Brijesh Kalapa.
he said Sulu. He said Sulu. That is lie. And he lied, and he still is lying. Anil
Okay,
Kumar is
let him
talking about
respond
his
now.
community.
Mohan Krishna, you've made your point. Let him respond now. Brijesh Kalapa, yes.
Yeah, see, I think, Heena, I think it's a very serious charge that the Swamiji has made. It's a serious charge that the Goshala undertakers are doing, and I think it's a great disservice to the state of Karnataka if this kind of a situation prevails. But I must also, since a point of issue has been raised, I think I must also point out that when I was first appointed in the Kaveri water dispute, I had written a letter to the government saying that whatever the fee which was allocated to me should be reduced by half. I request the gentleman, who also happens to be a joker, to kindly go and check the record before making some wild statements on national television.
I am not a joker. You are a joker. You are making people of Karnataka
Okay,
jokers.
gentlemen, it's a request from my side. Let's not make personal comments here, please. I interrupted earlier also. Let us not make personal comments here. We're discussing a very, very important subject. This is my request to each one of you.
No, you are a
Mr.
joker. You
Brijesh
deserve to be
Kalapa,
called
I
a joker.
request you to please refrain from.
Your party is a joker
Okay,
party.
let's not make such personal comments. This is my request. Please, gentlemen, both of you. I asked you a question, Brijesh Kalapa. Please respond to that now.
You know, like I told you, Heena, these are extremely serious charges. And, merely by the chief minister coming and saying that, no, we are going to investigate and we are going to look at it very seriously, and all that doesn't matter, because the chief minister has not been appointed yesterday. Chief minister has been here for some time. Then what does it mean when there is a charge that 40% has come? This charge made by Santosh Patil was not made yesterday. It was made months ago. The charge made by the contractors that 40% is being asked was made 1.5 years ago. What is the point of making an inquiry now? It means that there is no intention to do an inquiry.
Santosh Patil letter I have sent you to all the national channels. Why are they lying again and again?
The problem is that there is no intent, and also that there is a murder charge against Amit Shah. There is a murder charge against Amit Shah. He was thrown out of the state.
Okay, so now the BJP has no intent. That is what the Congress party has to say on this particular issue. Gentlemen, please, I'm not going to allow this. Let's not speak over each other. I want to give the last word now to Rahul Ishwar. Like Brijesh Kalapa was mentioning earlier, that it's not the first time, even if you look at the allegations by Santosh Patil, who's not with us anymore, who's allegedly committed suicide. The allegations were made long back, but nothing really happened, it seems. And now also serious allegations have been made by a very respected seer in the state of Karnataka. Do you have confidence in the Karnataka government, or do you think that an independent judicial inquiry, as the Congress party is demanding, is the need of the hour to look into these very, very serious corruption allegations in Karnataka?
There is no denying the fact that this is a serious issue, and fighting corruption is a bipartisan issue. Modi ji has assured, na khaunga, na khane dunga. So we all hope, as the media, as the civil society, that media and civil society will hold any government to the account, and they will rightly do it, and hopefully results will be out. If results are not being satisfactory, they can argue for judicial commission and independent inquiry. Wait for the government. They seem positive on this step. Let us wait for what they are going to do, and hopefully corruption is a bipartisan issue. We all should stand together and fight against.
Heena, before I close the statement, I just wanted to make
Thank you very much, all of you, gentlemen. I appreciate all of you. Yes, very quickly, please. 10 seconds. I don't have that much of time.
It's been almost 40 days that scheduled caste tribal Swamiji, who's sitting on the fasting, for so many days. Like, still there is nobody went from the BJP as a representation asking for his demand. So what I was actually trying to tell Mr. Mohan Krishna is they basically try to use mutts as much as possible for their voting demand. But when it comes to the giving the solution, they are unable to. I would request Mr. Mohan Krishna as one of the person from the community to please obey on to your words and give the justice to the people who are undergoing a tremendous problem from the government.
Just 10 seconds.
Okay. Chief Minister of Karnataka, of course, has already said will consider allegations that have been made very, very seriously. So we'll see what happens next in this particular case. I'm completely out of time now. Appreciate all of you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here on Urban Debate on Mirror Now this evening. Heading into another short break with